Alright guys, we're back with Joe versus Ian. And, well, let's see what happens. Not quite sure who's starting here. Once again, just hopped right in. Alright, so Joe is starting, and he's going to start with Cursed Eldland. Possibly to bait out the Ash Blossom and get his Lord. Yep, there we go. Lord. Ooh. He's then going to ditch Lord for Quick Draw. Which is pretty nice. Because he can then send his land to summon Lord and make Needle Fiber without normal. Oh no, he's going to normal summon Olion. This is very interesting. I suppose he still has the Lord to extend with later if he so chooses to. Yep, he's going to summon Despot. I personally think here I probably would have saved the O-Lion for if I got hand trapped or something along those lines instead. Maybe there would have been something better you could do there, but we'll see what happens, I guess. If he doesn't have the hand trap, it doesn't make a difference anyway. Let's think. So he's probably going to do the link. Can he do the link crossplay? I don't think he can. Nope, he's going to go straight into Auradon. Oh. Now he's going to imperm the Auradon. That's very interesting. This doesn't really leave Joe with much of a line of play here. Just thinking maybe if he'd had the O-Lion normal summon here, what he could have done, but it doesn't seem like he has a whole lot of options either way, so that impermanence really does hurt. I suppose Joe's next best bet is probably just to default to summoning Lord, assuming he can summon Lord. And use each one. Yeah, so he's going to summon Lord and send Eldland. No? He's going to summon Lord and summon Lord and send Sanguine, keep the Eldland up for next turn. Makes sense, doesn't really need the Sanguine. He's going to use that Sanguine to get himself a land. So, probably Conquistador. And then I suppose he's just going to have to try and play next turn instead, if he gets a next turn, depending on what Ian has here. Maybe if he kept the O-Lion, he could have had a follow-up for like a guaranteed tuner for next turn to summon and play with. Yep, so there we go, set Conquistador. And pass turn. Okay, so Joe has an unknown card in hand and a Conquistador set. I believe that card is unknown anyway. I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it We don't know what that is. Ian's got 5 cards to play, so he's going to summon Adhara, Tenyi Spirit. So he's playing Adamancipator. He's opened pretty well here. He's gonna summon Petting Sessor. Yeah, so he's yeah, he's probably just gonna make Needle Fiber without committing to a normal summon, which kind of forces a Conquistador or another disruption. So that's where this gets interesting. If Joe has the second disruption, he might be fine, but if not, I'm pretty sure he's just dead. Assuming one of those 3 cards is an Adamancipator card. Because Needle Fiber on its own in this deck still just does so much. I don't think he does the Despot stuff, but still just, Marcher, summon back O-Lion, just goes very far. Yeah, I think Joe just realized to hope that card in his hand's a hand trap, which, to be fair, it probably should be, right? Or else it would either be set or it would be a card like Jet Synchron, which would be very unfortunate. Although I think if he had Jet Synchron, he probably would have gone quick draw, ditch Jet, and then Jet ditch Lord. Alright, yep, Needle Fiber. He's going to activate Needle Fiber's effect. Okay, yeah, so Joe's just going to wait here and try and hit him on one of the choke points, if there even is one. Either that or he's got Nibiru. That would also make a lot of sense. Because if he does have Nibiru, he can just save the Conquistador for the Guardian and just let Ian go off. And go off, I say, mind you. He could also summon Appaloosa, but then he has... I think best case here would be to have Nibiru and Conquistador. Okay, so he's going to summon... Oh, he's going to summon Researcher with Needle Fiber. That's interesting. It's negated? No, it cannot activate its effects. Okay, so may as well be negated. Yep, so just going to let that go through. Maybe he's either drawn the O-Lion or there's something here I'm not seeing. Maybe he just doesn't need it. If I were playing, I would take this as a read of the O-Lion being in hand. Well, you can summon it from hand anyway, so that doesn't really make sense either, I guess. Mind you, I'm not very adept with the Adamancipator cards. So... maybe he's putting another rock on board so he can extend with other Adamancipators in his hand. That would make sense, I guess. But he's still got a normal summon as well, so... Yeah, I think he's gonna, if he's gonna do anything, he's going to. It depends what the read on his hand is. If he thinks he has a card in hand, maybe he waits. But if he's pretty confident this is all he's got, he probably Conquistadors the tuner here. Just leaves him with tokens. No, he is gonna wait. So I suppose there's no way he can make Apollosa right now or any sort of card. I suppose he could make Herald. That would be interesting. But then he's just left with Linkos. Yep, so he is going to do the Metal Marcher and use Metal Marcher's effect. Another very crazy card. Except he's going to target Researcher. And then I do believe the play here is he synchros the Marcher and the... Yeah, there we go. He's going to synchro the Marcher and the token to make Raptite. Oh no. No, it's a 1 token, sorry, to make Herald. Okay. Yeah, this is probably where things get interesting, right? Because it's like, okay, now he has Researcher, he has Herald, he has Linkross, and he has 3 cards in hand, and he hasn't normal summoned. So if Joe wants to Nibiru him, he's kind of in trouble. Now, it would be huge here if we saw Guardian come. Nope, it's Seeker. Okay, so I think what Joe has to try and do here now, if he does have a Nibiru, is just activate Conquistador, try and just get rid of Herald, and then just Nibiru. Oh, yeah, I mean, he can't really afford to let that resolve, and a Guardian hits the board, and then he just... I don't know, this is all assuming he has the Nibiru. He may just have nothing, and was doomed from the start. Okay, yeah, so on summon, he's gonna... Yep, Conquistador. He's got to target Herald, I believe. Oh, I suppose he doesn't actually target a card. Yeah, just resolve, destroy a face-up card. So I think Ian has to Herald this. Or, well, I suppose he doesn't have to do anything, but there's a big chance if he doesn't Herald this, Joe can just get rid of his Seeker. And yeah, well, that might actually be the play. If this resolves, he might just destroy Seeker. Okay, yeah, so I think this, if he has Nibiru, he'll destroy Herald. If he has no other card in hand, he'll destroy Seeker. This is where it gets kind of big brain, because maybe Ian's playing around the Nibiru here. Oh, okay, yeah, Herald. Then on res... There we go, Nibiru. Kind of had a feeling that might have been it. So this makes this game very, very interesting now. Because it puts Ian down to literally nothing and puts Joe down to less than nothing. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know if he has Block Dragon, that might be pretty haha, but yeah. Or like, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, he has it. He has it. It doesn't even matter. He's just gonna link it off for IP Masquerena and continue to play his turn. This is incredibly unfortunate. No responses. You don't say. Oh wow. Well, that's very interesting. Well, I guess you have it. You have it. I don't know if any of you guys have been watching previous games, but my game 3 of my round 4 of the state championships ended very similarly. I whittled him down to no cards. He had the Block Dragon and he got some more cards. I feel like there's really not much point in playing this out, but I don't know, maybe he misses on a researcher or something and can't play. Only your opponent draws once, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, excavate top 5. Oh no, never mind. That was normal summon. Yeah, I'm slow. Yeah, okay, so yeah, things are happening. Raptite, Researcher, Guardian, Token, Cerberus. Big plays. Suppose he probably goes for Apollosa? Borrowload Savage? I don't know, maybe Joe can come up. No, probably not though. I don't think so. I think that's wrapped up. Oh man. That Block Dragon. Yep, there we go. Savage Dragon. Oh, never mind, it's game. Yep, that's game. Yep, so we're going to hear some Donkey Kong noises. Yep, there you go, and... Alright, we're going to side for the next game. So Joe's going to go first. He's probably going to side... I don't know, maybe he'll side some going first cards, Floodgates, Judgments, something like that. Ian's probably just going to side hand traps, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's probably your best bet here, is just to side hand traps so you don't get VFD'd. It's probably the game plan. Well, that impermanence was pretty big. I suppose it's like the one you can activate latest into the turn, and like for a deck like this, I suppose playing that card for mirror matches would be fine. It beats Guardian. Well, as in, like, they can't just have Guardian and turn off your hand traps because you're playing impermanence. I'd assume that would be the only hand trap he would have been maining in this deck. Just thinking, what would be the game plan here for Ian if he doesn't draw a hand trap? There's probably not a whole lot he can do. So his hand trap count in his side deck will probably anywhere between 3 and 9, depending on how hard he decided to go, I guess. He already has the 3 in the main, so I suppose 12 hand traps in this deck is probably going a bit overboard. You probably want to have somewhere between 3 and 9, maybe 6. 6, 8, 7, I don't know, something along those lines. So you'd assume there'd be impermanence, maybe Nibiru. That card seems pretty good. And what else would be high impact maybe in the side deck? Maybe Token Collector. That card seems pretty good. So that could definitely be a card we see here. And it's also an Earth for Block Dragon, so... Man, still just can't get over that Block Dragon. When you have it, you have it. Alright, yeah, so I assume Joe's going to start. That'd be pretty explanatory. Self-explanatory, sorry. Oh, both players there. The good luck. Sportsmanship, I love it. Yeah, so we're going to start off the same way. Going to Cursed Eldland, maybe Bait Ash, who knows. Probably not, though, right? Like, he's probably not playing Ash. That's probably not something I would expect to be in his deck. Regardless, he gets to add the resource to his hand, which would be either Lord or a Golden Land. Yeah. So he's going to add Lord again. Pretty nice. I wonder if we're going to see the same thing. Oh, here we go, Magician's Souls. All right, no, he's starting off really strong here. Eldland Souls is basically an FGK, so we'll see. Now, it's interesting they added Lord, which would make me think that he probably has a lot of spells and traps in his hand. Or at least he has enough that he would want to discard one, as well as getting rid of his souls. Yep, so there we go. Like I thought, he has the Sanguine in his hand. He's going to draw 2 cards.
Where's Ben?
Just one sec, guys. On the computer.
I'm gonna leave that door open.
Yep, so Eldland is going to add him a card. Yep, so he's going to... Let's see. He's going to summon Link Reaver with Souls. He's going to summon Lion again. Of course. Yep, so he's going to dump the Hakoro, which is understandable. Makes sense why he didn't add that instead of the Lord, so now he has his Lord in cycle regardless. yeah, so like I thought, I think last game he may have also drawn O-Lion. But yeah, he sure does love sticking to your hand, that's for sure. Yep, so we're going to see Despot 001. Alright, yep, Link Cross, summon 2 tokens. Then we're going to go... Oh! Nibiru. Of course. As is tradition. That's very unfortunate, because if that Lion was a... If that Lion had been a Jet Synchron, we might have been in business here. Or if he has tuning, he can actually just play through this and do his combo anyway, I think. No, because he used the Lion token. That's very unfortunate. If that had just been any of his 3 tunings or Jet Synchrons instead, he would have been able to play through this. Well, mind you, I say play through this. He's still got a very good chance of winning this game. He's got a lot of resources built up. I think this game he'll have the Hakoro and the Conquistador live, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I would assume so with how many cards he has in his hand anyway. Alright, so he's gonna... Yep. Oh, what's he gonna do here? So he's got the token in defense mode, 500 attack, 1400, no, 1400 attack, 500 defense. We have Nibiru in attack mode. 4 cards in hand. This is very unfortunate, as I was saying before. If that card had been Jet Synchron, he would now be able to go summon Jet Synchron from my graveyard. And make Barricade Borg Blocker with the Lord and the Nibiru token. And then just go straight into Auradon, but I don't think that line of play is open here. Once again, if he has tuning, he is fine. Well, not fine, like he's still... he loses a token, so he probably just ends on Borreload Savage Dragon. Okay, so he's going to Lord away the Nibiru. It's very interesting. Yep, he's going to set a card. And then he's probably going to banish, get Sanguine and Conquistador from, or Hakoro from his deck. Whichever one he doesn't already have if he has one. He probably has Golden Land in here as well. Golden Land Forever, so... Depending on what he wants to do for his sequencing and stuff, he could also potentially have that plus Conquistador. Depending on what his set card is. My god, though, this is very, very unfortunate. We happen to draw the O-Lion. Card that we're probably going to see get banned on the next ban list, I assume. If Needle Fiber doesn't get outright banned. Which would be fantastic. But Konami probably want to sell their product a bit longer, so I wouldn't count on it, I guess. Golden Lamb Forever. And Sanguine. There we go. Then we're going to see the draw phase Sanguine, which is going to be fine. 5 cards. Honestly, Ian's probably feeling pretty good here. 5 cards versus potentially 3 disrupts. There we go. We're going to see Analyzer, which is basically Cyber Dragon. It's going to special summon from the hand. So the reason these cards are actually so crazy is because all of them basically put 2 bodies on board. So like you can imagine how crazy these cards would have been with Mermaid, for example, right? Like even if you get whittled down to hand trap through everything, you still have another guy that just summons itself because you have a guy on board, or like 1 card, 2 guy combo. I suppose they're not really 1 card combos because you have to control Adamancipator monsters, but it's just crazy. Crazy to think that like 1 card could do so much and you'd have 9 copies of them. So he's gonna normal summon Doki Doki. Okay, so here he's probably gonna wanna. Ooh. Yeah, he's probably gonna wanna think on the summon, but I guess not. He's thinking on the activation though. So he's discarded Tackle Crusader. Maybe he just outright. What I assume is going to happen here is he's probably going to disrupt this in some way, shape, or form. And then Ian is going to have the Researcher or the Seeker in his hand and just be able to keep playing. Usually how these games go, so. But if for some reason this Doki Doki does go through and he doesn't have anything else, he may end up getting the card he needs to play anyway. So there's not really a good. The best case scenario here is probably that he just doesn't have anything, or he misses on one of his monsters. Joe thinking here. I think he's thinking about whether he wants to Golden Land. That seems like, as in like, yeah, Golden Land Forever. And now here comes the Researcher, I guess, or it doesn't. I mean, even if he has a normal summon, he can still make Fiber and there we go. Special summon Researcher. So I suppose now we're back to the whole, what is the final card in Joe's hand? And it really doesn't matter if it's Nibiru at this point. I think that's it. I think this game's over. Very unfortunate. There's Needle Fiber. Yep. There's Zero Lion. Now, I'll tell you what, I think Joe's win con here is he has Nibiru, and his opponent is ignorant enough to link off or exist summon with Kokai-Meru Guardian. That, I believe, is the win condition here, because it's not looking good. This should just be game. Once again, we don't know what this set card is. We don't know what this card here is. What could this be? It could be Called by the Grave, I guess. If it's Called by the Grave, there's still not really many good targets here. Yeah, I don't see a world where Ian loses this game at all. Yep, so we're going to see Marcher and Token into Herald, I believe. Yep. Which is going to protect him from... Well, now at this point, he can just overlay Guardian if he wants to. It doesn't matter. It's done its job. So I believe his line of play here will be overlay for Granite. Granite search Block Dragon. If he doesn't already hard have it again, of course. Granite, yeah, search Block Dragon, summon Block Dragon, link off Granite, Link Cross, Block Dragon, and Token for Appaloosa. I believe you can make Appaloosa with tokens. So that's a line of play, I guess. Yep, so here we go. He's going to overlay to summon Granite. So Block Dragon. Banish 3 monsters and summon Block Dragon. This card is 100% getting banned. No doubt about it. It's getting banned, and there's not a lot anybody can do about it, because I've heard people say stuff like, oh, but it's in Secret Slayers, like they can't ban it. But yeah, they probably would. Like, I think this card's just really silly. It's just, I've seen too many games which, like, you're like, do you have it? Okay, cool, you can play through 3 hand traps then. Like, card may as well say, hey, give yourself a new 5 cards in hand. Like, just does so much. Like, we already knew this card was good from Burning Abyss, but to actually have like a deck with rock monsters in it that's actually good, that isn't Gem Knights, you know, like Gem Knights are pretty cool, but they're not this deck. Like, if you had 3 hand traps and Gem Knights beat you, you probably did something terribly wrong. Oh, there we go. It was cool. Yeah. And that's game. So GG's, guys. And yeah, remember to use Gaming5 for 5% off at nickijou.com.au. And thanks for watching. See you next time.